Christian Horner believes Max Verstappen's titanic clash last season with Lewis Hamilton has aided the Dutchman in his dominance in the 2022 campaign. Verstappen won his second world title in Suzuka last weekend with a dominant drive in the wet conditions in Japan, with the rest of the field unable to keep pace. With 4 races to go this season, the Dutch driver can enjoy his final few races of the campaign that have seen Verstappen in imperious form, with his team principal believing that last year's epic scrap for his first Drivers' World Championship against Lewis Hamilton has only aided the Red Bull driver in developing as a racer and taking pressure off his shoulders. Having achieved that World Championship last year, it releases the pressure, said Horner. It happened with Sebastian Vettel and it's happened again with Max. It just takes that pressure of expectation off the shoulders and he's just going out and smashed it out of the park this year. Whether Verstappen will face any sort of repercussion when it comes to last year's championship, after the announcement this week, of course, by the FIA that Red Bull breached the budget cap in 2021, we will have to wait and see. And we'll find out, of course, at GPFans.com first, with some believing that perhaps the Dutchman should lose his first Drivers' World title due to his team's financial impropriety. Talking of Lewis Hamilton, although he's not doing much of that at all because the British driver has apparently stopped talking to Sky Sports pundit Martin Brundle on his now infamous pre-race grid walk. The often laughable moment just before the start of a Grand Prix where the TV co-commentator and former driver tries to catch a few words from anyone on the grid willing to talk to him reached its peak of hilarity this season in Miami, with Brundle confusing someone for NFL star Patrick Mahomes while NBA legend Dwayne Wade walked right past him. When it comes to the drivers, Brundle never wants to actually ask anything too provocative before the race and keeps it focused on the Grand Prix itself, but he can still be greeted with a cold shoulder from some of the drivers. A few of them will just shake their head and even apologise later on, said Brundle. Or some come up to me in the paddock and go, "You haven't seen me on the grid for ages, just come and talk to me on the grid." And then others will never talk. Lewis used to talk to me a lot and then stopped, so we take it as it comes. Well, Brundle has another 10 days or so to prepare for his next grid walk in Austin, with no racing of course this weekend, but GPFans.com will fill the void over the next few days without any action on track, with news and views from around the world of Formula One.